Good morning, everyone. Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 11:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, November 10th, 2021. This is not financial advice, it's educational. Click the subscribe and the bell, be notified when these videos come out, as well as thumbs up and share the video with your friends and colleagues interested in the graph, GRT. Intraday updates on the Twitter link below. Graph relative to dollar, we're at $1.22. Yesterday we were hovering around $1.26, but as they say, good things must come back down. So literally yesterday morning we were as high as $1.34 and had pulled back. We are still kind of consolidating up at a higher level for sure, looking like we do have a relative area of support here around $1.16. But it's still a little too early to tell. I want to see this thing start grinding higher to really get proper confirmation on this. In the meantime, we are still over this yellow line that has been, cruising at a really nice pace. And to zoom out to get a better perspective, looking like we might get to the low end of my projection. I had a midpoint of 280. Very hopeful though. Back here when we were doing it back in May 30th, I was thinking we could get up there, but we had some turbulence along the way. But you never know. This thing could spike one day and just, you wake up one morning and things look completely different. But in the meantime, we are respecting this trend line. And as a technical analyst, my opinion is I think this will continue to go up. In the meantime, graph relative to Bitcoin, an even more compelling chart pattern, more of a pattern, not a trend. This one consolidating into an upward ascending triangle, starting to look like we want to break over this area of resistance at 1805 again. Yesterday we were hovering around 1869, so we're considerably lower today. A lot of things going on in Bitcoin everyone should be aware of. We were possibly looking bearish as of yesterday. In fact, we had pulled down after I had that video, thinking this was a broadening bearish wedge, in the sense that a broadening wedge that's pointing up, like when you flip a desk lamp up towards the ceiling. This is kind of like what that looked like, and usually these are fairly bearish patterns. We did start going below and using this once resistance, then a support, starting to tank, hit a low of 66,000. Then this came out, the consumer price index, showing that we've had the biggest inflation spike year over year in over 30 years. So many of you weren't even born to remember that. But there was big inflation back then. Things just started getting very, very expensive. Now, gold has always been the typical hedge for inflation. But as in today's times, it looks like Bitcoin is the new hedge. And that's why it went from 66,000 all the way up to 69,000. Anyway, let's go take a look over at Bitcoin dominance and see what's going on here as well. We're starting to see relative support. It doesn't look like it's going to go blasting off here. It's a fairly steady line up, but it's not a very steep line up. So this also kind of looks good for altcoins. As long as we can continue to keep Bitcoin growing slowly but surely and getting more investment capital into the overall crypto market, overall it looks good. Graph relative to Bitcoin, we really need to get over 1802. Floor support down here at the current time frame at 1613. Over to graph 123 right now, looking like a floor of support at $1.09. But man, I think we might be staying above this area right here at $1.16, judging from the price action as of late. Anyway, I'll keep all of you posted. In the meantime, I'm out. Talk soon.